Cool. Welcome to my office. We are here in the loveliest little course that probably most people have yet to experience. That's Memramcook, New Brunswick. And we're standing on probably what is going to be, not probably, most definitely what is going to be the 18th green on a really interesting softwood forest, an old reclaimed bit of farmland that at some juncture probably had some sheep grazing here and some potatoes being grown. And over the years, it had kind of been laid fallow, and much to the disc golfer world benefit, because we were gifted with a palette here of something around 100 acres of mixed Acadian forest and some established grasslands that are perfect for fairways and just make for a designer's dream. Basically, we wanted to show you some of the things today that we prioritize. This is an extremely positive course. I would expect that sometime over the last period of 12 to 14 months, there has got to be 400 to 600 volunteer hours being put into this course, which isn't necessarily a model that we want to follow all of the time, to say that every course that goes in the disc golf world needs 600 hours of volunteerism. But in this particular case, the budget was small, but the appetite was super high. And there is a group of locals who have just smashed this course and made it so beautiful and so pretty. And I have yet to have anybody come to this place and not be charmed by it. It is a very playable, very beautiful course that currently has 11 holes that we're expanding to 18. It will be one of the feature courses for the 2027 Canadian National Championship being held in Dieppe. Memramcook's only about 20-25 minutes away, and so it's a perfect addition. So yeah, we're standing here. You can kind of see behind a little bit some of the limbing that we have done. We've maintained as much ground cover here as we can because the ground is in amazing shape. That there is some grass that is well established. Due to the acidic nature of these trees, there's not a lot of regrowth, but we really wanted to honor this. We don't want to bring in too many heavy machines or any heavy machines back here if we can handle it. So we're cutting a lot of these holes on 18 by hand. There's an Acadian forest, mixed hardwood and softwood, that extends into the more north part of the property. And then way further down to the south, we're only using about a third of the acreage that the town has allotted or the village has allotted that are up for grabs. But we are trying to stay really compact into the areas that avoid the wetlands and to be really sensitive about all the other things that exist in this forest. And so we've been really lucky that we've had a few botanists and a birder out here who is well renowned in Canada as being, kind of the top of the game. And they've all been really impressed with the light touch that we've chose to use on this space. So we mulch only when necessary. We don't burn trees anymore. We try really hard to utilize all the things that are on this property for this property. We're trying to be mindful of soil mitigation and erosion and compaction. So in areas of high volume, we are trying to add and put mulch, but we're really trying to allow people to navigate their way around this course in a safe and healthy manner. There's several of the ecosystems that we've left intact. A kind of signature of some of the courses that I will do, Flickline will kind of produce. We leave a lot of standing deadwoods in areas that are safe for people, that aren't going to, be hazardous, because those areas, those standing deadwoods will represent a lot of bird habitat, and they encourage a lot of species to be in the forest. There's hardly been a day that we've been here this year that we haven't seen some form of wildlife, deer, we found some moose track, there's tons of bird, so I feel really confident that what we have done has still honored this place. Now, Hurricane Fiona was a massive blow to a lot of us. Those of us who work in the forestry industry, those of us who are disc golfers, it really reshaped a lot of the forest. So there are 2 or 3 areas on this course as well that are been heavily hit. In some cases, we will avoid those areas. We'll let natural decomposition take place, and things can rot. And those trees that are down will become nutrient banks for new trees to come back. And in exploring this area, I found that there was probably a blowdown somewhere between 40 and 50 years ago. And in those areas, the moss has taken over, mycelium has already come and gone in some cases and helped that decomposition process. But now we have a few stands of really semi to mature oak trees and to a good run of healthy paper birch, white birch. You don't see a lot of pioneer species out here, not a lot of gray birch, not a lot of cherry. So you're really into a forest that has kind of weathered a few storms, quite literally, and is now, we're reaping the benefit of those things. So in a lot of cases, the spacing was already done there. We just kind of had to enhance what was happening. And as you try to look around here, you will see that it is really important to us that we maintain shade cover on the ground. So the canopies try to allow them to grow into each other, and shade on the ground keeps things cooler, prevents less of the species coming back up through that we don't want. And yeah, and I think for the most part, people will go around and they'll see a lot of different tree species, a lot of really beautiful forest, and some really cool top of the world shots that are out into open fields. And it's a great, great mixed course that, you know, we strongly encourage everyone from age 8 to 88 to come out and utilize this. It's been a hot minute since Flickline has been really active on social medias, but we are really going to make an active role in 2026 to do more storytelling. We'll get more active again on Facebook, and what are the other ones? I'm sure there are a bunch out there. Some more content to be put out, both with what we're doing at Ski Wentworth and some of the other really interesting projects. We're back in Newfoundland this year, here in Memramcook. There's a few other projects that we're working on behind the scenes, including a high school championship that will be held in Nova Scotia. And we do feel like there's a lot of stories that we want to tell, both about Atlantic Canada and about the way that we're approaching disc golf, community building. That's a huge aspect of why we still love disc golf and why we still think it's, you know, potentially the best game in the world when you consider all the things. And as I said, with the infrastructure that we're building, the light touch infrastructure, I personally believe that there are very few things in the world that have yield more of a positive impact with less negative connotations than disc golf. So the ratio is really, really amazing. And, you know, after 25 years of being involved in the game, I realized that the storytelling aspect has still lacking. And, you know, there's great content out there. We did some really amazing projects with Simon and Paige last year, and they have good, you know, followers. But there's a lot of people, I think, that are still uncertain about what disc golf is. And I think if we could just give them the narrative and storytell about these spaces, and most of them being free to play, are really being created with people in mind. I want nothing more than all the courses that I leave to be a legacy for people to enjoy for future generations. And I want people to come and be proud of these spaces because, you know, maybe it's not just Atlantic Canada, but we do have a small belief that sometimes things might be, you know, better elsewhere, when really I want to show off the amount of pride that I have for this region in the world, and show why this is, like, in my opinion, maybe the best place in the entire world to live. So yeah, follow us on all the things and we'll try to give you some good content.